Class is in session. College basketball hitting the book show Tuesday, February 30. And Cameron, Connor Mack with you, ready to break down the Tuesday college slate. A little more meat on the bone tonight compared to last night. But, hey, we made the most of it. 2-0 best bet sweep. Syracuse, North Carolina over for me. And how about those Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin last night for CMAC against McNeese State. So nice to have the 2-0 best bets come through for us last night. See if we can do it again here on this Tuesday. We'll get into it. We're not doing a starting five. I totally forgot to do a starting five. That's okay. We'll just go back and forth. And, there's not really a massive marquee game tonight anyway, quite honestly. When you look at the slate, there's not one game where it's like two real great big-time teams going head-to-head on this card. So not a bad day to miss putting together a little starting top five games of the card segment. So I'll just start with some of the games that I like here on the Tuesday slate for tonight. Where will we begin here? St. Bonaventure, Dayton. I'm on the Bonnies here. I'm going to dare Dayton to show me they're worthy of laying 7.5 right now. I think they're terrible. Dayton has lost 3 in a row and some bad losses too. Rhode Island at home, they lose in overtime. They get destroyed by St. Louis. And I guess the reason why you may want to back Dayton is because they're coming off such a hideous blowout loss. But all that was a continuation of poor play from the last few games for Dayton. And they have not won many, if any, conference games other than beating Loyola Chicago. They have not won many games by more than this point spread, Dayton, in conference play. Meanwhile, Bonaventure, they're not doing a lot of winning either, but they're getting 7.5, 8, and they're in every single game. For the most part, a lot of the Bonnies' losses have been like these heartbreakers, 1-possession game, 2-possession game. So I think the Bonnies are worth a bet there as a dog. I actually don't agree with the total going down. I don't agree with it because look at the two teams defensively lately. Dayton's not slowing anybody down. St. Bonaventure hasn't been playing great defense. So I'm okay with fading this under move. I think it actually could go over the total. It's 145.5. I just don't think any of these teams are playing great defense right now. And like I said, Dayton has won one game by more than this point spread against a team in conference play, and that was Loyola Chicago, who are the worst team in the Atlantic 10. So, like I said, I think St. Bonnie in the over. I like both of those looks in that game. I have to do it, CMAC, with this next game. Hold your nose. I know who they're playing. Maybe I'm going to pay the price for it, and they win by 30, 40. But give me Boston College tonight. Plus 27.5 against.
I know. I have
to. Duke's got North Carolina coming up on Saturday, and Boston College is playing better. They're starting to cover numbers for Earl Grant, starting to be a little bit more competitive. It's 27.5 freaking points. Does Duke really have to go out there and put another freaking beat down on somebody? If there's ever a spot they go through the motions, it's tonight. But obviously Duke is Duke. They've been awesome. They've been very, very difficult to bet against, obviously. They've been throttling teams over and over again. But I took a shot there with Boston College there, plus the big number against Duke. Couple Missouri Valley games. I'm on a couple Missouri Valley dogs. Valpo and Illinois Chicago. These teams continue not to get any respect. Like, what's Valpo got to do to get some respect? Holy mackerel. 9-1 against.
Little Rodney?
Yeah.
Give me a little Rodney here.
Exactly.
Ty? No respect.
No respect. Huh? No respect at all. Oh, yeah, I know. Get the Rodney Dangerfield voice going. Yeah, 9-1 against the spread. It's not like Bradley's been a great favorite lately either. Bradley has failed to cover a few times as home favorites. I think Valpo hangs in that game against Bradley. Same thing with UIC. UIC's been another nice little point spread darling for me in Missouri Valley play. Murray State suddenly shit the bed. They've lost 4 in a row. They were the hottest team going. Murray State, and now all of a sudden their defense can't stop anything. Their offense hasn't been nearly as good. I do think they will shoot better tonight, though, being back at home, after 4 straight losses. Belmont just ripped them apart in the last game. I actually think that goes over that game as well, UIC and Murray State. Murray State is the number 1 tempo team in the conference by far. They're going to look to get up and down, play fast. That'll force UIC to play a little quicker than they are accustomed to. So I like the over 157, but again, UIC's been just this great covering machine in the conference. So I kind of like that plus the points there against a struggling Murray State team. Couple more over NC State SMU. That NC State offense is really starting to hum again. I think we could see points in that NC State SMU game. USC plus 1.5 against Indiana. I'm going to take them in this spot. Indiana played a double overtime game, I think it was, against UCLA on Saturday. Tough turnaround. It's not really that tough. They don't have to travel. It's UCLA and USC both in Los Angeles, but they are coming off a double overtime game. Might be tough for Indiana to sweep the LA back-to-back set on the road here against USC. So USC, I think, is a slight home dog from a situational standpoint, worth a look, kind of like the over in that game as well. What else have we got? A couple late night games. I got to take Fresno, CMAC. I think UNLV's hit rock bottom here. I mean, this has been a bad
Tell me about it.
for UNLV. These last couple games have been ugly. Non-competitive with New Mexico. Not really in the game against Nevada last week. I know Fresno's not one of the better teams in the conference, but boy, UNLV, I think, could be up against it. And Fresno is starting to compete a little bit more of late. So I think Fresno might be the right side there in that game to get a home win against UNLV there in that one. I'll stop there for now. CMAC, I'll give you the floor. What stands out to you here for Tuesday night?
Shout out to Tony, the Tiger. Hey, we'll get to it. I'm on St. Bonaventure too, plus 8.5. I've been hitting mine. Shout out to Nick. Throw it to you, man. Is Miami, Ohio legit?
Well, here's the thing. They're
For their conference?
Yes.
Like, that's not
national championship contenders because they haven't lost a game yet. Yeah, no, they aren't. But they're a really good team, though. You know,
they can score.
Yeah,
I still think they can't defend.
Yeah,
much, and they're gonna have issues.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. But they are a phenomenal offensive team. But you're right. I mean, let's not forget. This is something to keep in mind if they're in the NCAA tournament. They probably have a good chance to be in it. They've given up 102 and 101 to Kent State and Buffalo in conference play. Like, what is a power school going to do to them? That's the thing. I'd be licking my chops to bet it over in a Miami, Ohio NCAA tournament game because I think they'd be able to score enough, but they wouldn't be able to stop anybody they face, especially if it's one of those bigger power schools. So something to keep in mind. But they're a great offensive team. I still worry about them defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we have a high total today. I think it could it could go back and forth here. But at 160, whatever, 4. I don't know if it's a little bit too high. Shout out to Mark. What's up? He has You got Boston College team total over 57, I believe. I think that's what he's mentioning there in the chat.
That's
I know that number.
Way to bet it if you don't like the plus points. Yep.
It's a massive line. I think it's, I've gone with Duke, how good they are. I think it's defensively, at least it's shown so far this year. But yeah, this number's really big. Like, I think they win by 30, but I would take these points. I've been staring at that goddamn thing all day.
Yeah, something tells me it's going to be right around the number. I just got that weird feeling. And it's just a coin flip.
Yeah.
Get it or not.
Yeah, and they've gone to Duke and lose by 15 plenty of times.
Hey, North Carolina did cover last night in the look ahead to Duke. Now they were
wild.
Crushing Syracuse, and that was wild. All of a sudden, Syracuse cut it to single digits after being down like 28 at one point. It's crazy.
Crazy. Hey, the swings are crazy in college basketball, especially from half to half.
Oh yeah,
can be. You got to be on top of it. It always boggles my mind, some of these teams there. All right, let's get to I hit St. Bonaventure. I don't know how you lay points, with it. I just don't know how. Like, I'm surprised this is big. And I don't like St. Bonaventure really all year. But you know what? They've been competitive at least against a similar team like Dayton. Maybe Dayton's a little bit better. It's been on the road, which is straight, where they've been able to hang in basketball games. So I had that on my list. I have not bet SMU. Who put it in the chat? Who's on SMU here? A minute ago.
I know Gorky's on the.
Was that Tony?
Oklahoma. What the hell? OKC. Oh, he's got a
T-Moss.
Indiana moneyline parlay. NBA college. Okay, I got it.
I like it. A little NBA college.
Yep, very good.
T-Moss. SMU. I like SMU. Here at home today a little bit. I got one. I just took Wyoming Saturday. I think you just fade them here. And I know if you want to lay the points, I'm going to look at their team total under 66.5. I just don't. They've struggled to score. Going through their road games, I think the average is right around 61. I mean, it's going to get dicey with team total unders. You know, I'm sure you don't, but you're not on those. But Benno, I am at times. And holy shit. But some of these games, you know, they scored 60 at Fresno, 62 at Utah State, 58 at New Mexico.
Yep.
So even like Air Force, they scored 68 points. The big home win. I think it's the fade on the road, just tough spot. You know, dare them to have a great shooting night, or San Diego State could be a little bit lax. You know, it's basketball, shit, shots drop, and but I think, I'll take it all day. Team total, Wyoming under 65.5 in that game. You know what's a team? You know what is going to go to a game? I got a couple unders here, but let's hit this. I don't think anybody wants this. And I still don't know news here. I think he's going to play. Avila's here going to play, right? He's been sick. You've seen that.
Yes.
I think he's going to play. But I take Davidson here. I'm going to take Davidson. I'm pretty sure here. +9. I don't think anybody wants them. You know anybody wants Davidson? Do you want them?
I really don't.
I knew. I had a feeling you were going to say that. Go ahead.
I really don't think they're good at all. But at the same time, it's St. Louis coming off the huge. Well, it's not. I don't know how huge it is. Dayton's like not what they used to be, not playing well right now. But I don't know. They just look like a freight train right now. St. Louis. Here's the thing: if Davidson's going to cover, it's going to go over because they have to score. They're not going to stop St. Louis. To me, they're just not. Defensively, they're going to have a hard time shutting them down. They're going to have to put the ball in the basket, and they do have this game at home. So maybe that gives them a better chance to have some success. I do think the over is worth a look. I did take a piece of this over, and it moved up from 147 to 149.5. I do think it goes over.
You might be right, but if I think Davidson's in this game, they don't play fast. This is the problem. They don't, and they struggle at times to score. I just think this is just a little bit of a tough spot for St. Louis. One thing going through their last games too. Of course, all the money's on them, of course, again here. Maybe that has to do with him being sick. This has dropped a little bit. It's bounced to 8.5. Even to 8's come back some places 9 at some books. They have been shooting the ball. I mean, they're a great team from 3. I mean, they're inside, too. I mean, just their field goal percentage, everything. But, like, 62% where they just put up 100 points on Dayton, 102 points. They shot 17 of 28 from 3. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I dare this team, even though the problem is they're a great shooting team. So it's like they could easily, in a night like this, who cares? Shoot 37% from 3 and still get it done because Davidson struggles. But Davidson here, Davidson +9. I'll be honest. Here's the under that I like really in this game. Shout out to the Goracle. I like to play here. Okay, so here's like you talked about. Shout out to him. Kansas, late. Getting it done. Texas Tech can't make a shot. I know Gorky had it money line. He put it in the chat, right, Lavano, yesterday? Shout out to my guy Gorky. The Kansas win.
Yes, I remember that. Yep.
Damn, I got to give him. I remembered it. As soon as that game clamped, they had the first half lead, then I think they're going to start to blow it. Texas Tech comes out of second half really good, but couldn't hit a shot down the stretch. Got a little crazy there the last few minutes. He said, yes, I did. I remember it, brother.
Kansas is on a heater. Bet against at your own risk right now. Wow. What a turnaround. I know. Whole Self's team. Ooh.
Woo, Kenny Woo. Well, my man, Aztecs at home. I agree. Go ahead. Yeah, lay it.
Yeah, they're off the loss to Utah State. I don't want to fade them here. It's a lot of points to lay, but I wouldn't want Wyoming. I would.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to, I'd lay it in that game. I'm on this game. Southern Illinois State. This is my under here. I think this is an under of the day. A couple of slow teams that just score, especially Southern Illinois. This team just can't get up and down. They don't have the personnel to get easy baskets. They're horrible from 3, 28%. They have to keep this game low scoring. And even if they don't. Illinois State's a little bit of offensively. I don't like they score in the 70s, and I don't know if Southern Illinois can get past the 60s. I just here we go 141.5. I'm on this under. I think this point, it's 3 or 4 points too high, so I'm all over this under here. My favorite under Southern Illinois State under 141.5. That's it. What else you got? I mean, I can't take Fresno. Let's touch on some of these late games. I get it. I just UNLV. Nobody shows up to these games. It's at UNLV at home. No. Like maybe they played a little bit better on the road. I guess 4-3 on the road. That's pathetic. At least at Thomas and Mack, the place holds 20,000 people. You can at least get the lower bowl of 8,000, 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and Pastor, I see this guy doing his TV fucking interviews all the time, and he's just so happy. He's chatting it up with the host gal, and I'm like, it's like, get this shit together. So, yeah, I don't know if I like Fresno. I don't really love it there. You talked about SC. Does this game go over? Indiana SC?
I think so.
You think so?
And the other one in LA, I like Rutgers. I actually like Rutgers plus the points. I don't know if I trust UCLA to win by that kind of a margin. I don't. And Rutgers is starting to cover numbers after a bad start. This is what we always talk about. Rutgers, nobody wanted them a month ago, 2 months ago. Now look at Rutgers. I think they've covered like 5 of their last 6 or 6 of their last 7 CMAC in Big Ten play. Rutgers. So, like I said, I think too many points there.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Here we go. What about Nevada, Boise? Let's hit a couple questions.
Not one of my favorite bets on the card, but I'm ready to take Boise in this spot. Nevada on the road, we'll see. Boise's played, a little bit better lately. I don't fault them for, the losses have been mostly of late against some of the better, competition in the Mountain West. You look at their schedule, they lost to Grand Canyon in their last game, but Grand Canyon's awesome, especially in that building. They've been they had the one loss that was bad was the UNLV loss on the road, but I think at home they'll play a pretty solid game here. They beat Colorado State, won and covered at home. Nevada, to me, just on the road, I don't really have much faith in them. I mean, you look at it, they didn't cover against Fresno on the road. They lost against Utah State on the road. They didn't cover against Air Force, who's atrocious on the road. Didn't win at New Mexico, lost by 7. I think Boise can get the job done here.
Yeah. What about we have these massive numbers? Let's touch on just big games for you. Ole Miss, Tennessee, and South Carolina, Texas. What do you think about this?
Well, Texas team total over stands out. Like their scoring, I don't know if I trust their defense. I don't know if I want to lay that many points, but team total for Texas, I could see them putting up a big number. South Carolina's given up some massive points on the road on multiple occasions.
They've not been good.
Not been good, so that's one to consider. I actually lean Ole Miss. That's not the.
I know.
I do, and there's some injuries too for Tennessee. I'm just seeing the Tennessee or the tweet right now that Tennessee Abram won't play tonight. He's got a flu. In fact, there's a little flu running through the Volunteers locker room right now. Felix Okpara is now going to miss another game with that calf issue, so he's not coming back yet for the Vols. So. Yeah, I think it's just a few. And look, Ole Miss against Vandy over the weekend, they were a little bit more competitive. So I think in this spot, Ole Miss is getting a lot of points. I could see them staying in that big number.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit just overcorrection. Some one team winners of 3 straight, 4 or 5 in Tennessee, and Ole Miss is kind of losing.
Bit of a flat spot, I got to admit. They had the big win against Bama on the road, the big win against. They beat Georgia it was on the road, and then they came home and they beat Auburn in their last game and got the job done and covered in that game as well. Now this is the spot where it could be, just a little exhale spot for Tennessee, and they just do enough to get by. We'll see. And plus, like I said, they got the flu and they've still got Okpara out. They
play Kentucky too next. Yeah, again.
Yep.
Second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I know. I was looking at that. I'm like, this has gone from 11.5 to 13.5.
Yeah.
As long as Tennessee very good at home, but as long as there's not a big jump out or where they just get creamed for they're not 15.5 or more. I don't know. I think they can. And I really don't like this
Yeah,
Miss
I'm with
team. I think
Daryl
they played
Carter
better.
with the Kent State game. I like the over there. I think it's probably high scoring. Kent State Toledo, 161.
161.
Yeah, in that game. I actually think Kent State's the better team. I lean Kent State.
Yeah, I kind of do too in that game.
I do. I think they're better than Toledo.
Yeah, I looked at that game a little bit. Maybe it does get there. 161 and a half. You think this
Canisius
game
Niagara, a lot
needs?
of love for that under. The problem is the number. 126 and a half. That's so low. That's damn low. That's real
Oh
low
yeah,
in that game.
no
Not
way.
to mention these low totals now with Canisius. 2 of them in a row have gone over. And 2 of the last 3 for Niagara have gone over. So it's almost like we're at the point where they put the number now to a little bit maybe too low for these 2 teams. They could still go under,
Yeah.
but it's just the value's not great.
Yeah, I feel you. That's about it for me, unless you have anything else.
That's about it.
Yeah, I don't trust Pittsburgh. Yeah, their team total under could be, I think.
Yeah.
But Virginia, do you want to lay these many points? Pitt's been so up and down. I don't know what to, and they haven't been very good on the road. So just some big lines.
Oh, Xavier UConn. I have a feeling Xavier for some reason is going to maybe cover that.
You got a feeling?
Yeah, exactly.
I got a feeling. All right.
Xavier plus 17 and a half. I think that game could be a sneaky over too, and I'll explain why. Because of the fact that Xavier lately has picked it up offensively. They've been kind of trending over. UConn all of a sudden has started scoring as well. So that could be an over, as all of a sudden UConn's picked it up with their efficiency on offense. You look at the last 3 games, they've been scoring points, UConn, and at home against Xavier's defense, they should be able to. So this could be one of these deals where UConn slices Xavier, but Xavier, against UConn kind of, takes their foot off and defensively a little bit lax in the second half, and there's a bunch of Xavier points, and it goes over 147. So I could see it maybe going up and over that total, Xavier and UConn.
Yeah. What about Ball State hang around? I took a look at them.
I've a small, tiny bet on Ball State.
Yeah.
Plus 11 and a half. Bowling Green's not a lay double digits with type of team for me. They're not.
Yeah. Think about St. John. I think St. John's. I'm not going to get involved.
That's
there.
a pass. I don't even have a lean there. I think
it's
DePaul has let me down a couple times. I'm not rushing with DePaul. They've let me down a couple times.
Yeah. They do play better at home. I can't back them.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But all right. Anything else?
And Indiana State, Evansville, I bet over, but at a better number. I got it at 144. I see 146 now with Indiana State and Evansville. I do like the Missouri Valley card, though. Like I said, I like Valpo against Bradley plus the points. I like UIC and the over against Murray State. Murray State can't stop anybody, like I said, but they can score, and at home they'll push the pace. So that's probably a game with some points there with Murray State hosting Illinois Chicago. No, we actually lean T-Smooth with Kent State. Kent State is the slight road underdog there at Toledo. Like I said, I have a small bet on Kent State, but it's not one of my stronger positions. But like I said, I think Kent State's just a better team. Toledo, I've fallen into the trap before. Let's back them at home. They're a small favorite. I don't know. They don't look like that same Toledo team we've seen in the past under Kowalczyk. Todd Kowalczyk's had better teams than this, quite honestly, in the past. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So I just think we're asking the better team to win that game by taking Kent State. Great stuff. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Great interaction in the chat today. Appreciate all you guys for joining us. Hit the like button. Reminder, we're back tomorrow, and tomorrow we will have the members only Hitting the Books show. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Must be a member of the channel to join us on the show tomorrow, to tune into it. So make sure you become a member if not already. Wednesdays and Fridays, 2 days a week. Members only Hitting the Books shows every Wednesday and every Friday, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And this Friday will be our big Super Bowl preview, side total, all the props you can imagine. That'll be fun on Friday.
Yeah, become a member. I mean, we want to always do regular shows in here, but I think it's for the members, which is not a lot. With a couple days a week, it's not just like hey, thanks for the thing. That's why we're doing it a couple days a week. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
It's not just like, wow, we'll give you one show for your membership. Yeah, we want to do it a couple days a week, 8 shows a month. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Shout out to the members.
We'll drop some plays in the members pages as well on the YouTube channel. So members posts. So keep an eye on that. And of course, the 2 shows a week. So just as our way of saying thank you for supporting and being a member of the channel every month. So we appreciate that very much. All right. It's that time. Best bets. We've got a tough act to follow. 2-0 last night. See if we can duplicate that here. CMAC, best bet.
Yep. Southern Illinois State under 141.5. Best bet. Under. Okay.
There you go. Under. Southern Illinois, Southern Illinois and Illinois State.
Illinois State. Yep.
For CMAC. There we go with his best bet. My best bet for this slate, I'm going to take Valpo +8. I mean, they're just great. They're 9-1 against the spread. Bradley's had some issues kind of covering some of these bigger numbers. I think Valpo hangs in this game. They've covered 9 of their last 10. They've gotten better and better as the conference season's gone on. Just too many points to me. So let's take Valpo +8 against Bradley for my best bet here for this card. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button. We appreciate it very much. And like I said, we're back tomorrow. For Connor Mack, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we will be back with you on nothing on for me on SIU Edwardsville. I did not touch that. Actually, I did touch the over, but that total's gone up too. So you're getting a bad number on it. But enjoy the night, guys. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday for the members-only edition of the college, not the college basketball, the members-only edition of the Hitting the Book show. We're covering all sports tomorrow for the members. NBA.
Super Bowl edition Friday.
College basketball. And then Friday, yes, Super Bowl, full-on Super Bowl preview. Seahawks, Patriots on Friday. Side total.
You sounded crazy. We're going to go everything. Who's, I don't know. I was going to say, who's sleeping with who? I won't even go there. No, we got it all down. Who's, I'm just saying, whose prop you want over, under? I was kind of fucking around there. Okay. Yeah. Well, we all over Friday.
Yeah. One thing I will say for the Friday show, I won't have much to offer with the Gatorade props and the national anthem, the novelty props, as they say. I don't do a whole lot with those, but if you want the football props and player props and cross sport props, trust me, we'll have you covered on Friday. We'll have a lot of
the Gatorade props. I don't know. You better have the inside on the Gatorade guy. I think.
You think I know what color it's going to be? Who the hell knows? Yeah. You just guess maybe that. All I know is that a lot of people fall into the trap of saying it's the color of the winning team, and half the time it's not the color of the winning team. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Holy shit.
So I avoid them. I avoid them. Don't avoid us on Wednesday and Friday. The members only Hitting the Book shows. That's a wrap. Enjoy your Tuesday night, and we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for the members only edition of the Hitting the Book show. Until then, class dismissed.
Peace.